Hello, this is Lolly. I just did a box opening and first impressions demo of the Word Punch Board by We Are Memory Keepers. And I've been playing around and learned a couple more things, so I wanted to show those to you. The first thing is that I showed you how to do a file folder title like this, and this one says Kits. But I got to thinking, if you don't have a tab punch board yourself and you would like to make these individual tabs with the letters centered right in the middle of it. Not a word, but I was thinking January, February, March, April, May. Like if you had something and you wanted to put one on each instead of a whole word, how would you go about that? So I've been playing around and discovered, I used a lot of scrap paper, that if I cut 1.5 inch square, you'll notice that there's this little notch right on the front, and there are little notches here. So let me zoom in to show you. Okay, so there is a numbered system right here, and there is this little tiny raised area. Oops, let me get on screen. Right there, under this part here is for connecting one of these punches to the next punch. I don't recommend it. It is so hard to get them apart, and some people are finding that these are breaking off in the process. But this little notch down here, I want to line that up with the number 5 that's down here. So if I find 5, lift that up so I can see, that's what I want to do. Put that right in the 5, line up my cardstock right in that corner there, and punch, and it's right in the center. Perfect. So now let's round the corners. So I would recommend rounding the top 2, but you can always round all 4 if you wish. Okay. Oops, I got the 1/4 inch here. And there you go. So that's how you can do all of those with just one letter on them. So while I was playing around with this, I figured there had to be a better way to get the letters closer together. I had shown, the letters are far apart, and I showed a way of guessing how to put letters in between to make them more compact. And I had figured out that wasn't necessary. So the way to do that, let me get a piece of scrap paper here. Let's say we have friend, that's one I used last time. We're going to write it like this, F-R-I-E-N-D. So F-R-I-E-N-D. We would keep going like that with all the letters. The top row is the first set of letters we're going to put in there, F-I-N. And we're going to put those in right in the beginning where you would normally put all your punches, right against the left side here. Now what I'm using right now for my punches to keep them upright is the Tim Holtz Distress Crayon box for that. I love it. So far it works. I have a marker here, a highlighter here, and a row of washi tape. It keeps everything upright. But I know when I get the numbers, this will not be the perfect box for me anymore. So we're going to line this up right there. Okay, so then what I noticed was that the first notch is at 2. No, it's actually 1. And this one is at 9. And this one is at 17. So it's 1, 9, and 17. So they go by increments of 4. So if I take my next ones, which are supposed to be R-E-D, I'm going to put these in here so I don't lose track. Wait, I need the I. No, the R-E-D, sorry. There's the E, D, and the R. Okay, so R-E-D. So what I'm going to do, there's an increment of 8, so I'm going to add 4 to this number here, giving me 5, so that what I'm going to have in between is 5, and then 4 to this would be 13. I'm going to start at 5 and 13 and keep putting these in increments of 4. So find the 5, put the little notch in there. Actually, once you get the 5 in there correctly, all you have to do is just line the other ones up next to it. So they should be in increments of 4, or actually in 8 now. 8 between one and the other, but 4 from the ones that the original ones were on here. And we can still put this in the corner right there. And now we have a completely even spacing of all those letters. Before I was guessing, and I was just kind of putting it in here and guessing where it was. Well, I didn't do too bad for my first roll out the gate. I have since had some viewers let me know that there is a video out there by May that also shows the same thing. Well, I don't know if it's the same thing. She shows a way of putting these in here and doing the even letters. So I don't know if this is what she came up with or how she figured it out, because I haven't seen her video. But this is what I was figuring out when I was trying to calculate these tabs. See, when I first got this, I assumed when I saw these that they had to go in here in these little spaces or these little ruts, until I realized that they're not even touching those, and that there was this numbering system there, and that really helped me to figure out, you know, how to do this. I won't show you all my mistakes, but I had a ton of mistakes as I was trying to figure out the tabs and the measurement on there. So clearly, if you have want to make a whole word on a tab, it would be a lot longer than that. So okay, back in the box we go. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that makes more sense. And I just wanted to show you this. I was saying that you really couldn't put these on a multicolored background or a pattern background because it wouldn't show through. The letters would not be clear. So I just backed it up with a little bit of white there. And now it looks perfect that you can see that really well. So thank you for watching. I hope that makes sense. I'm really glad I figured that out. Yeah, I was like, what are those numbers there for? I figured it had to be some way helpful. So that was really helpful to me to get that. I really like this a lot better than the one where I was guessing and just kind of, some of the letters were too close together. And this way you always make sure you have at least some space in between each letter. It looks so beautiful, and it doesn't take up near as much space. So thank you for watching, and I will leave the links down below to this set here. I know that the letters and symbols are being released. I don't see them in any shops at the moment right now. I know I personally can't get them from my shop either. But this item, it's so heavy that I really don't know that I would carry it in my shop anyway. The shipping on that is pretty stiff. So anyway, I do love the tool, and I'm going to continue having a lot of fun with it.